So Denji's worst nightmare is here, and it's because he's one of us, a normie. So guys, if you guys don't read the Chainsaw Man manga, I would suggest you guys get out of here because there's a lot of spoilers. But if you guys don't mind being spoiled or you just love Chainsaw Man like I do, then we're gonna jump right into it. So continuing off of chapter 135, we have chapter 136, the normal life. So being forced to live a regular life. Chapter 136 continues the normal life of Denji, of the life that he's being forced into. So this takes us back all the way to the very beginning of Chainsaw Man when he established with Pochita, hey man, I just want to live a regular person life. Now he's figuring out that being a normie kind of sucks. And you know what else that sucks? People taking credit from you. If you read the previous chapter, you'll come to realize that Asa likes Chainsaw Man. She even started citing a poem. You had Fami come in and then she was like, you know what, Asa, you can help him out. And Asa took that opportunity to be there for her future man. She was like, you know what, I will kill for Denji. And so she did. But in reality, that is not what Denji wants. He wants to be Chainsaw Man. But at the same time, he remembers that promise to Pochita at the very beginning of the Chainsaw Man story. That, you know, this is actually what they wanted. He just wanted to have a normal person life. So Hirofumi coming to Denji with this plan to, hey, look, you could live the normal life. We will take the Chainsaw Man narrative and we'll control it ourselves. So that makes us come to realize that Hirofumi and whoever he works for, likely the same people, the same Illuminati people that Makima worked for, this government entity or whatever that is, they want to control this narrative over Chainsaw Man. Whether it be because of Chainsaw Man's popularity, his overwhelming strength, or just being a populist character. Where the people gravitate to, there's other entities like the government that want to take that from you. Because people listen to the heroes, they don't listen to what else that's in control. So remember, Makima, her character is the control devil. So in this instance, the government never actually went away, but Makima was one of the bigger heads in this whole space to want to create their version of peace. So whoever she worked for, this government Illuminati entity, they still probably want to achieve the same thing. So with Denji in this cult and then Hirofumi and who he works for, there's always going to be these odds. So in that sense, it does get kind of political, but that's not what's fun about Chainsaw Man. What's fun about Chainsaw Man is the humor, it's the characters. Those are the things that stick out that make the other underlying more political parts of this whole story have depth. So a character like Hirofumi Yoshida, he's the same kind of character like Makima. What did Makima do? She tried to satisfy Denji's dream to eventually break him down so he could control the Chainsaw Man power. So Hirofumi is doing the same thing. He's satisfying one of Denji's dreams. But in this case, Denji is already like, you know, I actually want to be Chainsaw Man. I want to be famous. I want to get hella big. But still, Hirofumi is still the catalyst by satisfying that same original dream that Makima tried to do to him. So this is where the Tatsuki Fujimoto secret sauce comes in. So Hirofumi ends up talking to Denji and they're like, yo man, let's do some normal people stuff. Like, we're in high school, let's I guess ditch class. And where did they go to? They took him to the movie theaters. And this is where the tone of the entire chapter makes it amazing. The whole attitude of the entire chapter, the whole tone was this nonchalant whateverness, this mundane just view of life and just sitting there in the movie theater with another guy that's not even really your friend, watching a movie together. And this is where kind of the subtle, not so subtle, funny things happen. That part of the chapter captures Denji's mundaneness, his unsatisfactory, the feeling of like not being fulfilled, of doing what he's been doing and wants to be. Denji is coming to realize that he wants to be more of that rock star. He don't want to be a normie. He's not really a normie. Dude, he got a devil living in his chest. He turns into a chainsaw. And there's a lot of chicks out there that wants Denji. So this entire part of the arc, for Denji's character arc, it all puts into perspective between the dream versus the reality. So the dream of Denji originally was what? I just want good food, have a decent job, live a normal life, be with some chicks. That is what he wanted at the beginning. But in reality, now he's come into power. He has fame. He has all these things that, you know, a lot of guys still want. So he's going from this arc of being a normie, but in reality, he actually wants to be this rock star, which there's nothing wrong with that. And now there's always an entity. So at the very beginning of Chainsaw Man, there was, you know, the Yakuza, what he was working for, working off this debt. There's this burying entity over him that's controlling his life. And now it's the same kind of thing, but it's like government related. This government or whatever, they want to control the narrative over Chainsaw Man, and they want to put in this fake Chainsaw Man to kind of do his bidding. But it's even worse now because it's not this fake Chainsaw Man that is taking Denji's shine. It is Asabitaka, and that is part of the Tatsuki Fujimoto secret sauce, interweaving these two characters that like kind of like each other. I'm not sure how Denji really feels, but you had this romantic relationship that was building before Nayuta stepped in. But yeah, you have this weaving of these two characters. There's so much irony involved in this that it just breeds hilarity. So what does Hirofumi do next? He's like, yo man, I'm bouncing, but you know, I got this chick. She says she's really into you. Yeah, go continue watching the movie with her. And so Denji, with all this stuff swirling in his head, like, yo man, dream versus reality. I thought I wanted this, but in reality, you know, I want this. So he's thinking about all this stuff and he's not even noticing, yo man, there's a chick here. Usually, the old Denji, right? He'd be like, oh my god, there's a girl here. This might be the girl that won't barf on me. This might be the girl that won't actually try to kill me. So he's here super depressed, telling this girl, look man, I'm not feeling it right now. But all of a sudden, one of the next biggest things happened to Denji. She all of a sudden touches this wiener. So I don't know about you, Denji, but getting your wiener touched in the movie theaters is a milestone for a man. But that's what's great about Denji's character arc. He's growing up in front of our faces. But as we all know, and all these things that happen to Denji, when he gets really close to a girl, there's more than what's touching his wiener right now. There's gotta be more than what's touching his wiener. So yeah, guys, this entire chapter was only like 14 pages. It wasn't that long. It continues that previous chapter of that intermingling between the arc of Asa liking Chainsaw Man and trying to help him out. And now you have Hirofumi and then this government Illuminati entity trying to control the narrative of Chainsaw Man. And so Denji is like, yo man, why is people doing this to me? And why the hell is Asabitaka taking my shine? Man, I'm just super excited to see what happens next. This is like one of those comedic payoffs that, you know, I've been looking for a while. Well, I wouldn't say a while, but there hasn't been this kind of comedic kind of turn in a while. And I love that this is a whole big part of the story. This entire arc has all been a lot of comedic irony, and it's that Tatsuki Fujimoto flavor sauce saucing us up right now. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of chapter 136 of Sentimental Drive. And of course, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog, otakusen.com. Check out my anime collectibles channel. It's Otakusen. This is where I collect plastic and cardboard. So I'll meet you guys over there. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.